We have about 4 minutes here till market opens. If you look at the hourly chart, in my opinion, it's just not clear right now. We have yesterday's Asia high, and then we have some buy side liquidity here within this hourly SIBI, which doesn't look very clear in my opinion because like we clearly kind of displaced here, and now we've taken sell side, and we have this big gap here. So I'm kind of favoring a run lower, but just we don't have the structure to do that right now. And therefore today can be sloppy. Today might not be a day of anything. So I just kind of want to get on here, kind of just tape read, and just watch price. But what have we done here? Asia, we opened up, we traded lower, then higher, then we started the move lower to take this Asia low here, and then we have created an intraday low, and immediately just trading back within that range. We have a larger fair value gap here, creating this buy side imbalance on the 15-minute. We had 8:30 news. We spike up and just short of this Asia high here right before market open. Really nothing that's just like I need to be in a trade. So that's kind of like my chart for higher time frame. I like, and then this one I have like every annotation, every array pretty much that the algorithm's gonna respect and refer to. If these like green or teal ones, these are midnight opening ranges. So we have two midnight opening ranges here. We have today's midnight opening range, which if we go over to the left, we had a larger midnight opening range. So we had this, and I do wanna get the first displacement from that. So from 12 to 12:30, that's that range. And we had some large ranges manipulation, all these wicks. Like that's just look at fast wick, wick, wick. Then we have this big wick here. It's kind of just some hingy price action. Look how we hit the new day opening gap, constant encroachment here. I want to see us expand up. I don't have Asia high marked right now on this chart. So we have Asia high just right here, and then we have midnight open range 415. That will likely be a draw on liquidity here as we start into that 9:30. Create a little balanced price range here. It should be respected. We should displace, but 9:30 can do anything. We can wick up here, then trade back lower. Notice how we're in a new week opening gap right now. Where's that new week? Yeah, this large new week opening gap from this low to this high. That's several hundred handles there on that one new week opening gap that we had. I just want to zoom out here as well. Like we have a inefficiency here. We have a new week opening gap, or sorry, this is a new day opening gap, and then this is a new week opening gap that we're within. If we call in 2023 mentorship, or there was a period where we were stuck between two volume imbalances, and that created a consolidation that lasted a while. So I'm kind of thinking that on the higher time frame chart that we're destined to kind of just consolidate here, especially today, where yes, we still have buy side that rests up here, but we already took this high. We'd have to trade above the SIBI, use this as discount for me to be like, okay, we're gonna trade to this high. Okay, Asia high barely taken here. It's 9:30. This is the first print. Let's look at our opening range gap. We have opening range gap higher. 75 handles. That's the sweet spot right there. So it can go both ways. It could look to draw back into constant encroachment, or we can just keep on trading higher. We have yesterday's first presented fair value gap up here too as well. Look how we hit 0.25 of that opening range gap. Let's see if we want to trade into that midnight open range. Excuse me. We haven't really laid a body above that Asia high. Probably what we'll do here. See if this creates first presented fair value gaps 931, or if we leave it. I would like to see us come back here now. It'll be a very small. Okay, notice how we're failing to create a first presented fair value gap. We're trading right here, so I mean, actually, would that be a very small fair value gap? Yeah, that would create a very small fair value gap. I'm not going to use that as my first presented fair value gap. Let's just hope it comes back here just to clear up confusion here. Okay, it did. We have PM session first presented fair value gap. Buy side. Notice how already not really displacing higher. We're already coming back down in the range. That's not very bullish. And what in this chart right now says that this is bearish? Literally nothing. Nothing at all. Look on the 5-minute chart. We're just above the 5-minute buy side imbalance here. So I want to see if we. Let me get back over to this chart. This to be used as discount as it is. We didn't touch it here, but now let's see if we expand. Other than that, there's no clear like 5-minute buy side imbalance. Yes, we have this order block, but I wouldn't want to see us trade back into that. We have this little inefficiency here, and then we have this fair value gap, but it's not clear. That's also within midnight opening ranges, so we wouldn't really want to see that it hit. See if this is a buying opportunity within here with that old daily high. So I do like. I'll be right back. ES is lagging here just a little bit, just barely. Look at ES. I like this inefficiency here. It's really part of this as well, so this is all just one large inefficiency, including that volume imbalance, but I just want to use this. I want to refine it. Look at the low right there. So see if we expand here. Do want to note that we have traded below this opening right here. And look at that. So if we get some displacement here, which I doubt we will, that could be something to look at. Pre-market buy side has been taken here. We're just above that. We laid a body above that. Consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. But we're not displacing here lower, so. And also this is 2 midnight opening ranges that we would be trading through. At least me when I trade, I'm never trying to trade through a midnight opening range. I found that out the hard way, that price just doesn't want to trade through them. Okay, I really want to study this 5 minute fair value gap. If this fails, then we'll see if we want to trade to discount targets. But I think this is just a trade into this first presented electronic trading hours fair value gap. And if you don't know what that is, that's okay. What was the first fair value gap created after the new day opening gap? Right here. And as you see, we're hitting it here. Let's see if we want to use that as a discount array to send us higher here. Still no first presented fair value gap. No problem. As we see, we're using that 5 minute fair value gap here. Yeah, for me to be looking to trade this, one, I've already hit my weekly objective, so I'm really just looking to tape read. I don't need to trade as a profitable trader. I just don't need to. Once I've already got it, I know when to stop, and when it's just not clear. Two, like looking for 50 points just for newbie company gap high. Where's that like possible terminus for buy side? Like possible terminus for buy side, which is yesterday's first presented. Like that's only offering me 80 points. And for me, it's just not worth the risk. It's not worth the mental capital to be in a trade. Like I don't need to be in that. Maybe if I was positioned here, be a little bit different, but okay, look at these inefficiencies. See if we use this more premium one. We have this nice Danko candle stop on here. It's just like beautiful price action here. Nice volume. So the 30-second, we have this large imbalance here. Want to see this get respected here. If we trade through this, that's already kind of setting up like some consolidation here. Yeah, I don't like that at all. We did trade to that daily high here. Something to note. Okay, we'd really have to trade higher. Yeah, that's what you would want to see. We can allow it to trade to the low end of that, but it has to sharply reject that. Notice here we have this volume imbalance right there. Look at the wick trading back down to the old daily high. I like that. Now as we continue to trade here. Midnight opening range could be partial right there. Scale off at 918. I'll be very interested today. What I'm kind of just monitoring is, do we want to trade above this high? Do we want to trade above this high? Because that's actually very interesting. Because for me, like, I don't personally like this high as a target, and that's just something that I've been just not liking about this move higher, I guess. Which is cool. Like, there's gonna be times like you just don't care to be in a move, you know. Or maybe you got it wrong. Maybe you're looking at it wrong. Still no first presented fair value gap. Still no first, even on ES, no first presented fair value gap at all. Nice midnight opening range hit. The equilibrium of that range. What's good? How we doing? Yo, what's good, Victim? Sorry, I know I haven't read chat. Possible 4-hour S&T. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I literally have not looked for SMT at all. Like in my trading. SMT is the one thing that I just don't like. It just doesn't resonate to me. It doesn't. Like I don't care to see an SMT. I know a lot of people like it, but for me it's just like if it's time for the trade to move, it'll be there. And anytime I like, oh, it's an SMT, I'm just likely forcing my bias. Okay, look at the high midnight opening range. Like here, we had an SMT. I can guarantee you. Oh, what? We traded below here, SMT. There's always gonna be SMT within. It's just how the market works. Okay, here's the first presented fair value gap. Wait, it's the 24. Here we have new day opening gap high. Now let's see if we want to hit that first presented fair value gap, which will take us into that buy side liquidity. And then on the 15-minute, we also have a 15-minute CB high. It's another target. And then if we end up trading through all these wicks, all this back and forth, then we could look for this. Which, by the way, that we're just displacing here, I wouldn't be surprised if we do want to take this high. Okay, first presented fair value gap hit. This 15-minute chart does look nice. Displacement, 15-minute fair value gap, using that. No fair value gap at all here, just continue to trade higher. Notice how there's no fair value gap to retrace back into on the 15-minute chart. That's what makes 930 just expand. So like here on 930, we have this fair value gap that the algorithm wants to trade back into. Yesterday you had that little manipulation at market open. Okay, we're in that 1 hour civvy. Didn't even trade back into first presented fair value gap. Let's look at regular trading hours here. I'll be right back. Look at the bodies respecting that first presented fair value gap, along with old daily low there. Now I'd be surprised if we don't want to take this high. It's by the way that we're just attacking aggressively. The bullish momentum. 1 mark previous day high now. Five-minute fair value gap. Look how well it gets used, along with that new day opening gap, constant encroachment, balancing that out. Trading up higher. Boom. Give it this inefficiency. Trade back to just once because that volume imbalance. We're still leaving first presented for value gap here. This could be a draw on liquidity for the rest of the day, which is why like I don't want to chase this higher, because yes, we could be trading the previous day high here, but we also could trade back down in the first presented fair value gap. That could be something to note. But just why I looks at this, like this is just bullish. Nothing bearish about this. I'm not really interested in anything else. Lunch and PM could be lackluster. Look at 15-minute chart. We're likely going to create a 15-minute fair value gap. That could create some form of draw on liquidity. I'm going to remove this. And then we obviously have 5-minute fair value gap, 5-minute fair value gap here. As we bleed into 10 a.m. But yeah, we have a SIBI 5-minute. Are you trading above this discount SIBI? So let's see if we want to reach into this one. Notice how it failed to trade into it here. Now it becomes draw liquidity. It's pretty clear today. For some reason, I just had a hard time looking for buy side. I think it's because I want to see this gap get like more traded into more here. I was kind of looking for a deeper trade into this, but then we just rejected it. So like this is still inefficient. Like that's still a liquidity void. Other than that, you have inefficiency, and then buy side engineered right above that. And then we end up trading up into that today. And this more premium SIBI is about to be hit here. From open, where's open? About 150 handles from open. Can you explain market structure shift? Yeah, one sec. The blue lines on the chart. Yeah, dude, that was so annoying. It was like a trading view update. I think you had to go into I don't know why they made that update. It took me forever to figure it out. Hold up. Let me figure it out. It was in some of these tabs. It was like some weird setting. I think status line. Yeah, I think it's this. It's electronic trading hours background. Is that what you're talking about? In symbol? And then you got to change that to whatever your canvas is. All right, now it looks like we're clearly trading the previous day high. To be honest, like I was just kind of looking for a trade back lower. Like I'll be honest, I was not expecting all this today, which is completely fine. Like as a trader, you don't need to be right 100% of the time. It's more about okay, it's gonna repeat tomorrow, and Monday, and Tuesday. And it's gonna repeat for the rest of today. Like all I need is just a little bit of that. So now we're clearly displaced above this buy side imbalance, trading through that. So we still have previous day intact here. So we still have range to trade in. I just personally don't want to touch it today, just because like I've already met my weekly goal. So I don't really need anything else. We have 5 minute buy side imbalance. This kind of just too deep in a premium. Like sure we can use it, but that's not something that I want to use as a model. Something that I need. And then we have this lower discount fair value gap that could get traded into, but does not look like it at all. Notice how this whole run higher, you don't really have any 5 minute imbalance that we're trading back into. You just have this that we use here, and then it's just off to the races. Just a very nice low resistance liquidity run. And like honestly, like these are the profiles that I don't do the best in. It's just that 930 straight rip. Market structure shift. Do you still want me to explain that? I mean, market structure shift is just like you have something, and then you want to see liquidity taken, and then you want to see this be a sharp leg, and then this low getting taken is a market structure shift, and this will create a fair value gap, and then that's your 2022 model, and then it will line up with that breaker, and then that's when you'll get your nice expansion. Happens every day on every time frame. Like here, you have sell side taken. What is it? It's a session based liquidity pool. Asia low. It's taken here. Then we have this high right here. What do? We trade through it. Then we create a 5 minute imbalance. Notice how we don't trade back into it though. We don't trade into this buy side imbalance. It gets left as a breakaway gap. Okay, that's gonna be okay. Why though? We have this. This acts as your breaker. Notice how sensitive this breaker is. So right now, if you're trading here, or say you missed this entry, okay, we're using this breaker, we're using this down close candle, we're clearly rejecting this. We're trading back into this range, or maybe you're looking for a deeper trade here. What do we have here? We have relative equal highs. We're trading up higher, and then that's when you can just get aligned with order flow. Okay, we don't trade back into this buy side imbalance. Maybe that was your entry. Okay, we're using this. And then maybe you didn't get in here. But what happens if you try to get in here? Well, you could have just got stopped out. But if you know that this is a premium, this is a discount inefficiency, we trade back into this discount inefficiency, and then trade higher. Like, this is a good example. Like, why would this not be considered a market structure shift? You're trading higher, and then you're trading back lower. Okay, you have a fair value gap here, and then we're trading through this low. So this is a possible market structure shift. But I'm not viewing this as a market structure shift because, like, is there any reason for price to be reversing here? Is there any liquidity that we clearly traded too. I mean, yes, here, but I want to see liquidity taken and then immediately trade against that. So if you want to reverse from this, I would want to see it get. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like for us to reverse that liquidity, I would like to see us sharply reject that, not trade above it some bit and then trade lower. You found it? Cool. Why do I trade futures? Because it's better than trading options. SPX 500. If you're using the SPX, you're not able to see the overnight trading. Pretty sure. I mean, I honestly hardly use this. Like if I'm using this, I'm not able to see like the overnight trading or pre-market trading. This is just regular trading hours. Like as a trader, I'm able to trade overnight and I'm able to use that data that gets used overnight, which is always going to be beneficial. Notice ES is the laggard here. ES is just traded above into this inefficiency. ES is a lot stronger here. Something to note. I'll pull up ES on the 15-minute. Or no, it's a 5-minute. Same thing, yeah, that inefficiency that we use. Buy side of balance on the 5-minute. Boom. Notice this up close candle as well. That's a mitigation block. Very nice price action here. I still do, like on ES, it is still looking like we could trade into this and then possibly trade back lower, but actually no, I would really want to see us take this high. Look at this displacement now. Still have buy side here. And obviously, we have buy side on April 9th as well. We also have this gap here as well. The daily chart, though, just isn't clear, you know? Daily chart's just kind of a mess. But if we look that we're above this discount fair value gap right now, so I would want to remain bullish. Then we have this nice high here, and then we have this volume imbalance. That looks like we will want to trade into that. That's what I'm looking at. So for me, drawing liquidity is this volume imbalance. Unless we trade below this low. ES is about to trade in that 5 minute. SIBI that we just looked at. Next upside target is new day opening gap high on April 3rd. Then we have a first presented fair value gap. And then we have previous day high there with the midnight opening range right above it. If we look at the candles though, we're starting to peter out just a little bit. Failing to create an imbalance here. Right as ES is hitting that 5 minute inefficiency. What? Yeah, right here. ES just hit that. Now we're trading back into that range. I want to see if this buy side imbalance fails. That's kind of what I'm just going to be tape reading here. I want to be looking at this fair value gap. Technically, it's not really a fair value gap though. We have sell side delivered, buy side delivered. So this is part of a balanced price range. So if we trade below that, that's telling, especially with speed here. I think this is going to entice short sellers here. People probably want to short right now. Looking to fade the move. That's what I used to do a lot. So we're still within this midnight opening range. And this first presented electronic trading hours fair value gap. There's nothing here that I like that constitutes a model, that constitutes a trade, that constitutes a setup. We've already done the expansion. Just let it do what it wants to do. If we do end up trading higher, okay, good, nice. That's something to tape read, something to journal, something to log. But as I'm looking at it right now, there's really no need to trade. No need to be in the markets. And that's what I've matured a lot over the past year, 100%. Like there were times when I would want to be trading everything, like everything. Like I would need to be in this move up. Then I would need to be in a retracement lower. And then I would need to be another like expansion. And I would need to be in Asia. Like stuff like that, that's just toxic for your trading. Alright, ES is in that nice little inefficiency that I was pointing out. Wait, what was that on? ES1. Yeah. So right now we have a discount inefficiency and then we have a premium inefficiency. Stuck within that. So this can create a consolidation. We could consolidate in between these. We could trade lower in this discount inefficiency, or we could seek this short-term high that was formed here. If we can frame it both ways, then it's a low probability and not something to be a part of, but just a tape read. Let's see if we want to discount inefficiency with the short-term low. That can create a target. Then we have intraday high here. Also a midday opening range on ES that we're trading in. Notice that first presented electronic fair value gap. That was very nice. very nice array to tap into, and then we have that we have that imbalance again. It's beautiful. And then notice how this up close candle gets used here as discount, and then we just trade it displays higher. Now let's see if we want to trade the first presented fair value gap 423. That would be yesterday's first presented fair value gap. This is going to create short sellers, people wanting to short out of nowhere because of nothing. Now let's see if we use that to then end up trading into. NQ is like pretty close to previous day high now. Okay, this 15-minute candle just closed, so we do got to be careful because now we created a 15-minute fair value gap. So this could draw price into it as a means to use it and then trade higher. We have two buy side imbalances. Two buy side imbalances formed. So we could possibly trade into this one. Always have to allow for that. So if you're looking to long right here, just be patient. So those two 15-minute fair value gaps form one 30-minute fair value gap. Notice how this 30-minute candle has another 15 minutes on it until it closes. So for these next 15 minutes, we could possibly consolidate as we wait for this 30-minute inefficiency to form and then use this 30-minute inefficiency to then trade higher. Clearly, we have previous day high. That's looking like the draw on liquidity. And then we have a whole another 44 minutes till this hourly candle closes. So let's study this. Clearly in a buy program here, so no reason to short at all whatsoever. No CS. ES is having some difficulty here. What are we doing? Right now we're consolidating within two fair value gaps. Using discount, then using premium. Not clearly using one or the other, but using both of them. Okay, we're at constant encroachment of this first presented electronic trading hours fair value gap. So if we use this constant encroachment level, so then end up trading into this inefficiency, and then this first presented fair value gap, maybe this inefficiency here, and into that 15-minute fair value gap that we're talking about. Obviously, ES has that 15-minute fair value gap, which is this low. This low is a fair value gap high, so that's likely a candidate to trade into. Again, using this one as discount as we just use this as premium, just consolidating there. What's your win rate? Honestly, I don't know. I should invest in TradeZella. TradeZella is a great platform. I know a lot of people use it. It tells you your win rate, like everything, every detail, which I think is pretty valuable. But I'm honestly not a fan of win rate because like win rate doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, like, did you follow your model? Did you use a stop loss? Did you know where you were getting out at? Were you stressing while you were in that trade? Were you gambling? Like, those are much more important factors than, okay, how successful am I? Because you can have a 90% win rate, but you could still be losing money. Or I could have a 20% win rate, 10% win rate, 15% win rate. And I could be making millions. At the end of the day, it really matters how much money are you making. Not how much, but like, are you consistently making money? You know, which is what makes trading so difficult, in my opinion. It's pretty much your perspective on money and who you are and what are you willing to do to get that money. You know, like, how do you view money? Do you absolutely need it? Do you need a trade today? Do you need the money today? What happens if you get a little bit of money? Are you satisfied with that? Are you content with that? Are you recklessly trying to get money? Those are all good questions. What's enough money for you? How much money are you satisfied with? How many trades are you satisfied with? Are you okay to just relax with the amount that you have right now? Or do you want to push and push? That's what we're doing today. We're just relaxing. Just relaxing, just watching price, reading price. No need to be upset that we didn't take anything. No need to be down that we didn't take anything. No need to be stressed because we're running out of time in the day and the week and we need to make money right now. Just watching price. What is it doing? What time is it? Where's the clear liquidity? Where's buy side? Where's sell side? Okay, minor buy side taken. Short term high taken. Notice how we use this as inversion. Look at the bodies. Respect that. Is this the hourly chart? No, it's a 30-minute. Once we hit previous day high, that's really my interest for today. Personally, I would like to see us trade through that and want to see us take buy side by today or tomorrow. Just by the looks of this. And leave these on the back burner. New day opening up high hit. Very nice to see that. Okay, let's see if we want it. If we do want to trade back down into this inefficiency here. Or if we want to use this inefficiency with this down close candle with this wick here. This discount wick. See ES here on the higher time frame. Alright, ES still will likely want to trade at previous day high as well, so that, in my opinion, would allow NASDAQ to trade even higher than previous day high here. So I'd be interested if we end up trading up into 4-14 daily high. Then we have a new week opening gap, which I would definitely look. I definitely use this as a target before buy side liquidity as a terminus. All right, I'm going to end stream here. It's a great stream. Only an hour, which is probably what I'll. I don't know if I'll be live every day. I've been liking just watching Price at my own comfort, but it's always nice to live stream that chart and then look back over it and watch it. But it's also nice, especially if I'm trading, just to trade from the comfort of my own chair, you know, in my own head. Do you want to? I always say I'm gonna end it, but then I go on something else. Do you want to look at like some forex here? Yeah, forex doesn't look too appealing right now. Okay, watching previous day high. That's the draw on liquidity. Seeing if we want to maybe trade up into new week opening gap today. If not, trade back into inefficiencies that formed. I really don't care what happens for the rest of the day. Yeah.